Hello. Welcome to Levels. I am Cassandra Cousineau, your girl, the Sportsnista, saying hello on a Thursday. We have a guest, but also I'm waiting. Where my co-host at? There you go, Ralph. Did Ralph pop up?
I'm here. Sorry. What's up, everybody? I'm from the mean streets of Miami. I'm in this crazy, and I apologize, Cece. You know, I hate to let you down, but I'm on the road right now. We're in Miami, trying to navigate to where I can speak and be cool and have questions. But I'm glad to be with you guys. Glad to be out here in Miami, working the show on Saturday, and I'm just loving it out here. So, hope everybody's doing well back there.
Yeah, I keep saying that Miami to me is really Vegas by the beach.
Oh yeah, it's wild out here. It's wild. My first 24 hours, I did everything. I went to a casino. I went to a salsa night in old Little Havana. Unbelievable. I really recommend you gotta check that out. But I was still masking up, still keeping socially distant, even though I already had the Rona. But I still try to protect everybody else, you know. So it's all good.
We definitely appreciate you. Want you to come back with your lungs intact.
Oh yeah.
Don't bring no Rona back. Speaking of intact, we have a rising star in boxing. I believe he's 24 years old, and that is the NABF Featherweight champion, Mr. Adam BluNose Lopez. So let's go ahead and bring him out. Adam to the screen. There you are. Hey. Can you hear us, Adam? You get?
Yeah. How's it going, guys? How you guys doing?
We're great, but you're coming off of an impressive and well-earned win over Jason Sanchez in the bubble. And I say well-earned is because you really kind of had to shift, I think, techniques or tactics throughout that fight. You know, people describe you as being rugged, but what we saw in that last fight is that your boxing is really improving. Can you talk to us about kind of like how that fight unfolded for you?
Yeah, the fight, I started off a little shaky. I don't know if it was ring rust. I haven't been in the ring since last year in June. Or if it was me just putting the pressure on myself. You know, I really wanted the knockout, and I was kind of forcing my attack on him, and it just wasn't really working out. I kind of just felt weird in the first few rounds, and once my coach got me back to the game plan and got me to relax a little bit, it all came natural. And I mean, I got the ability to box. I got the ability to brawl. I do what's necessary to win the fight. Whatever I got to do, I'll figure out what I got to do, and I'll get the job done.
You mentioned your coach, of course, by Buddy McGurton. Buddy was so calm throughout the fight. That's the one thing that we can see in the bubbles. We really can hear and see what's going on in the corners. Was that resonating with you, kind of how calm he was?
He was calm, but he was also a little frustrated with how I was looking in the beginning. I could hear it in his voice, and you know, he doesn't have to yell or do anything like that. I could just hear it. He's also very calm just in the gym, but when he's mad, and I wouldn't say mad, but just knowing that I could do a lot better than how I was doing, he gets very frustrated, and I could hear it in his voice, and it just kind of gets me alert and urges me to sharpen up, and that's what happened.
Adam, I've had a chance to announce you at the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix. I've known you since you started, man. You were running around there. Does it make you guys any more uncalm or anxious when you're in this bubble? I know you've already kind of gotten used to it, but I mean, you had a lot of your fights where you didn't have to worry about this pandemic. Does it change the way you train the week before the fight, and does it train the way you prepare before the fight? Usually, if you're fighting at MGM Grand, you get to walk around the casino, shake your legs off a little bit, get uneasy. Now you're like, dude, I can't even leave my room. I got an hour for the gym. They have loosened up a little bit, but it's still to where you have to be in your room. How do you handle that, man?
Yeah, you know, they have loosened up a little bit, but you know, they're still very tight on everything. You can't go in and out. You got, like you said, you sit on that floor where everyone else is on. So you're running into all the fighters, all the coaches, everybody. You're running into everybody. You're all on the same floor. They're telling you what you can and can't do, when you can go eat, when you can go work out. you got to just mentally prepare for it. Just be mentally prepared that you're stuck. You can't really do much. You got to just stay off your feet. But luckily this time around, I was only in there for I got there 2 days before the fight, and my fight last year in June, I was there for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I was there for like 4 days before my fight. So this time around, it was a lot easier. I know I didn't have to be stuck there. I just went in there and weighed in and fought and left, basically. The last time I was kind of stuck there, kind of just stuck. I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you bring anything?
Nah, I just brought a couple books, a little notebook to write down some stuff. And yeah, the TV, I had my laptop if I needed it. And that was it. This time around, I didn't really need much. Like I said, I was only there for about 2 days.
Now, before I started working with CC, I actually was at the Cosmo for your Valdez fight, and I was actually in one corner, and CC was in another corner. We didn't even really know each other then, and I was bragging to everybody because I got in. I was like, "Yo," I already announced this kid. I seen this kid. That nickname serves him right. He got butt. I said, "You watch." I said, "This kid's gonna give this dude hell." Everybody's like, you don't know this kid. I said, "I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you." And CC and I were talking about that because, dude, like that. And I tell everybody, even though the outcome was not what you wanted, that changed your life, man. Because now everybody's like, "Yo, this dude is for real." Because people thought you were for real, and people were hearing about you, but now they got to see you in action like that. And the fact that you are willing to go to war like that with anybody they put in front of you had to have all of a sudden put you on notice to everybody, man.
Yeah, man, that fight definitely changed my life. I was at rock bottom before that fight. Not too many people knew this, but I was dealing with management issues. I was almost homeless. He stopped paying my rent. I had to move back into my mom's house. I just stacked all my boxes up, and it was just a weird situation in my boxing career. My former manager at the time just let me go. He just kind of turned around and said, "Yeah, I can't manage you no more." And he was my backbone. He was financially supporting me. And after he stepped away, I had no more money. I was about a month out from my fight, and I was struggling trying to find a manager. I luckily spoke to Sheer Sports Management, Ken, Rachel, and Lyle. They took me under their wing. They gave me money to go to training camp. I jumped on the plane, trained for 3 weeks, and that fight right there changed my life and set me up. I was basically homeless, and after that, I came back home. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a place to stay, but I had money in my pocket, and I got an apartment. I got a car, and it just changed my life, man. I'm back on my feet. I'm in a great position in boxing. I got a great manager, a great promoter, and that fight right there just turned it all around for me. I was on the break of just going to go get a job and try to figure life out. I was like, man, is the boxing stuff. I'm a box, but I gotta go find a job. I can't live like this. I can't be broke. I gotta eat, And I just bit down and I just went through the storm and came out on top.
You mentioned you changed management. Rachel Charles is known as somebody, if she's got your back, like she's got your back for real.
Oh, yeah.
You've been through kind of the worst of it in terms of management, and now you've seen a very professional style. A lot of fighters don't get to see that. They don't get that kind of education. What's something that you learned that you hope you don't ever have to repeat again?
You gotta just really weigh out your options. A manager can paint a picture for you. They can really paint a picture for you and make it seem like they could do this, they could do that. And they might have a lot of money in their pocket and this and that, but their main concern is kind of just keeping you down and controlling your life. A lot of these managers, they don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you make it. They want to be the reason you made it. They have a big ego and they want to control everything. But with Sheer Sports, they got like a really tight knit family. Rachel, she got your back no matter what. And they give you, real life advice. They want to see you grow as a person, not just in boxing. They want to see you make it and, one day be successful and have your own money. They don't want you to just rely on them forever. They want you to figure life out outside of boxing. Boxing's so long, but you got to figure out how to pay your own bills and handle what you got to handle. And they let you know right before they sign you.
Adam, I have a question for you that only because I've been, like I said, I've known you since you started. I know the struggle with the management because I knew your former manager. But Buddy McGirt, and I always ask fighters because your style is very unique in that you are going to go to war. And has he enhanced that style? Does he kind of try to hone you in, or does he basically say, you know what, I see what you can do, I'm gonna let and I'm you know what guys
You're breaking up a
with
little
this
bit, Ralph.
training, words wise, and the way he handles and holds his fighters in. That's another reason too that he's a good trainer. So how does he affect you in a positive way?
Buddy, he's seen me come up since the amateurs. I met him when I was very young. I was about 16, 17 before I even turned pro. Actually, I think I was about 18 or 19. He saw me before I turned pro, and he saw how I would fight. And yeah, he saw I like to scrap. I like to fight, and I didn't have too many technical fundamentals. I just had natural raw talent. And from what he has started with me was just teach me the fundamentals. He sees my natural ability, but he wants to make sure I'm safe along the way. And he showed me how to not fight the whole time, but pick my spots, learn how to control a fight. And when you see the guy kind of slowing down, pick it up and use your natural ability, but use it in a smart way. He taught me how to think a little bit more there, not just react and fight on natural talent. Use your mind and set up your attack and just, be a all well-rounded fighter, not just a brawler.
Well, we can see the difference, man, and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ralph.
No, that was on my next question.
We're like, I'm talking is a little funny because Ralph, usually I could see, the thought wheel going. And so I'm gonna let you finish, Ralph. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. I just to finish that off. Even though you have a legend in your corner, that was my next question. CC is okay, who do you watch besides the words coming out of Buddy McGirt's mouth? Who's your hero? Your style is very unique. It's a Latino friendly style because that's the Latino fans love the way you fight, and that's why they've drawn to you. But who do you watch and say, man, that's my guy right there. That's my hero. That's who I would want to be like, or that's how I want my style to be like. Who's your hero? Who do you mimic? Who is your style? Who do you look up to?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really mimic nobody. When I was younger, I used to try to fight like my dad a lot. I would watch his fights almost every day and just try to study how he would fight. But he had his own. He was very and wiry, and he had a friendly style as well. And I think I get I don't know. I don't really try to mimic nobody at this point. I take coach from my.
And sometimes the stream work with us, and sometimes the stream work against us. Today, the stream want to play funny sides. We'll get Adam back in just a second. So we're talking with Adam BluNose Lopez. BluNose like the pit, right? The pit ball. And Adam is coming off an impressive win in the bubble. I think we got you back. Adam, is he frozen? I think he's frozen. Adam, you might have to leave the stream and come back.
Okay. All right.
No,
let's see. You hear me?
It's put the needle on the record. It's coming back. Yes, there you are.
All right.
You mentioned your father. You come from a boxing family. How did your father get involved in boxing? And then also your brother is a boxer or was a boxer, correct?
My brother used to fight. He's now retired. My dad, he came to boxing since he was young. Him and his four brothers, they kind of raised themselves, and boxing was an outlet for them. They were young kids from Mexico, and when they came to LA, boxing really helped them just kind of grow up. And boxing, my dad took boxing all the way. You know, he took it very serious. He went to the '84 Olympics and got a silver medal. He turned pro. He had a great professional career. So boxing alone, as a kid, was always a part of my life. For a short amount of time, and eventually my dad had split up, and my mom raised me more than my dad, and she kind of kept me away from boxing. She didn't really want me to box. She saw the struggles that my dad had gone through, and how tough of a sport and a business it is, and she didn't want that for neither one of us. So she kept us away from it. So I didn't really get to see boxing too much as a kid, just until I started growing up and being able to speak up for myself. I was about 10 years old. I started finding a local gym that I could attend, and I started training over there on my own. And I let my mom know what I want to start doing, and I started taking it serious.
Yeah, I know that you want to stay busy, but what do you do when you're not boxing? What are your business interests?
What's funny is I'm in the gym right now, actually. I train fighters. I got a couple amateurs that I train. I got I stay busy in here. I train people. It's something I love doing. Besides being in the gym, I got 2 dogs at home. I got 2 big dogs that they keep me busy.
Do you have a blue nose?
No, I don't have a blue nose. I have a German Shepherd and a Belgian Malinois. 2 great dogs. You know, they're. I got a puppy. She's 7 months, and then my German Shepherd is 2 years old.
So you're just a gym rat. That's for certain. I don't know if you caught that, Ralph, but he's in the gym right now. He don't leave the gym.
Yeah, I know. I believe me. Buddy's told us stories of how this kid don't leave the gym, and I'm gonna tell you something. German Shepherds, and I know how. I'll tell you something about Adam. When I first met him in Phoenix, I could tell that he wasn't one of these kids that doesn't appreciate what's around him, right? Even though there was some things back when he first started management-wise that was a little tough for him, I never saw the disrespect from him, and I always saw the good out of him. That's why I'm not surprised he has a German Shepherd, because German Shepherds are dogs that take care of their families. They're real close-knit to you, and they're personal dogs. They're not just like show dogs. If you have a German Shepherd in your household, that means you care about people around you, and the dog actually has become a part of the family, and that's what Adam's about. That's why I know, regardless of what happens in the future, he's going to be a stable in any promotion or any management, and for the fans, because we need people like that in the sport. I tell CC over and over again, I wish that there were more fighters like you, because it really brings a different kind of mentality, not only for the adults, but for the kids. You know, us as working in the industry, we're fans first. And I tell you, I was sitting in the front row in the Cosmo. I was in your corner, man. I was right there in your corner. I could hear everything they were telling you, and I'm like, man, dude, like, this is the stage for him. And look, you've never left it, man. So I'm sorry, I've been having streaming problems, and I pulled over in downtown Miami, so I can tell you this, that we're very proud of you. We're very proud of what you're doing. We're very proud of the product that you put out. I don't even care about the boxing, dude. The representation and the way you carry yourself shows a lot about your character and what you've had to come through. There's 2 roads you could take when the fork comes. You could take the road where you say, oh, well, I had a messed up beginning. My manager was this and that, and you don't know what I went through, as a kid. And then you could take the other road where there's no excuses, and you just keep going, man, and you just keep going and going, and people get on your back, and you carry, and they just love you, bro. And I think that's the road you've taken, and we just want you to continue doing what you're doing, man, and just show out. And I promise you, good things are going to happen to you. And I'm very blessed to be able to work with you on shows in Phoenix when you were younger, because you already had those F4 trunks already. You were already rocking those $8,000 trunks, man. I was like, this kid already got F4 studio trunks already, and he's fighting the celebrity. Oh, he's going to make it. And we're just very proud of you, man. And we want you just to continue, and just know that if you the stuff that you go through, the training, sometimes I know you guys feel like you're by yourself, that no one sees all the hard work. Brother, we do, and that's why we have to have you on. That's why Cece's like, we got to get him on. And I said, absolutely, we got to get him on, because we appreciate guys like you that carry the sport in the right way. Don't do no negative bullshit. You just show up, you work hard, and you just make everyone happy to watch you. And look at what's happening. You're on ESPN. Everybody goes crazy, bro. That's just the way it's going to be from now on. And we thank you. We thank you very much. So that'll be my it. I'll go ahead and mute my mic. But from me to you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to watching you fight again, man. Thank you.
Well, Top Rank loves you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You've been a real star for Top Rank. And so how busy will they have you for the remainder of the year? When you looking to get back in, like, who are you looking to fight next?
Name-wise, anybody really. I'll take anybody right now. I don't think I'm ranked yet in the top 10 or the top 15. So, I know I need to fight someone to get ranked. But I mean, at the end of the year, my goal is to fight for the WBO title. I want to fight Navarrete. I think that'd be a great fight.
Oh my
boxing.
God!
I think our styles match up perfectly. And I would love to get that fight. I want a world title this year, whether it's him or whoever else I fight. To fight next, I'm open for anything. I want to fight in the next couple months. I want to stay busy this year. I'm in the gym already. I'm staying ready. So if they give me a fight in a month or two, I'd love to take it. This year, I really want to just keep my foot on the pedal and keep moving forward and just keep getting these wins up.
Now, of course, I got to ask you about Oscar Valdez versus Berchelt. Of course, you fought Valdez. And you know what? One thing that also stands out is Rachel was bugging during that fight. I actually thought that was your mom. She was screaming, "Baby, you got it, baby, you got it." It was like so emotionally invested. But you've been in the ring with Oscar. Have you sparred Berchelt at all? Have you been around him at all? What do you think of that matchup?
Never.
Who comes out of that?
I think Berchelt's very big and very strong. He's a very tough 30-pounder. Valdez, he's kind of a small 26-pounder. It's a tough fight for Valdez. I think Berchelt has the upper hand size-wise and power-wise. I mean, I felt like I was able to kind of muscle Oscar around, and I'm not the strongest featherweight, and now he's going up to 130 and finding the strongest 30-pounder. So I think he's got the cards stacked against him. I'm leaning more towards Berchelt, but it's boxing, and Valdez is a warrior. We're gonna see what he got left in his tank. He's been in a lot of wars, but we're gonna see what he got left. And if he got something left for Berchelt, he might shock some people.
You surprised he went up to 30?
A little bit, but it was about time. He was at 26 for a while. And, it was about time. He was going to have to move up and, make some noise. There wasn't really any big names down there at 26. So it was the best business move for him.
Fantastic. So with that, we were going to say thank you to Mr. Adam BluNose Lopez. Looking to make some noise in the featherweight division. Listen, you got to be about something. You don't call out Navarrete. So we definitely keep this man on your radar. Where can people find you on social media? I know you're not too active, but where can people find you?
On Instagram, you can give me a BluNose Lopez. That's the main source of social media I really am on. BluNose Lopez as BLU, no E on the blue, so BluNose Lopez.
Fantastic. Hey, well, we'll let you go ahead and get back to work. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you sometime down the road as you get ready for your next scrap.
Yep. And keep them trunks fire. Keep them trunks fire. You gotta look good. You gotta fight good. Just keep them trunks on fire, boy. We'll see you, man.
That's right.
Thank you,
man. All right, guys.
Later, bro. See you soon, man. Thank you.
Right.
Listen, Ralph, as soon as he said Navarrete, I want to see that.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I said, man, look, the dude is a good kid, man. I knew his former manager really well, and and you try not to get involved in that kind of stuff because you want both parties to succeed in that. You never don't want anything to happen, as far as that's concerned when you get in bed with somebody like that. But man, the kid is prospering right now. He's doing well. I'm very happy for him. I mean, man, he when you want to talk about Valdez being in wars, I mean, you take a fight like that, and I know damn well it took a year or 2 years off off of the fight career of Valdez because that was brutal. You know, like
before
before
even that fight, yeah.
Yeah, like you're not gonna walk. He's not gonna walk in there. And you're not gonna get away with coming out squeaky clean. You know, if you're gonna beat this kid, you're gonna have to dig him in the dirt, and he's gonna go in there and he's gonna let you know that it's time to shine, baby. And if in order for you to beat me, you're gonna have to put me to where I can't get up anymore. So
Yep.
I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing him fight all the time. He's a good kid, speaks well, very smart, articulate, and I'll tell you, man, if he keeps on working on it and keeps on learning, I think he's going to be a force. He's going to be strap season for him.
He's just 24 years old.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't even entered his boxing prime yet.
No, ma'am.
So, in fact, he's managing fighters. Like, he's figuring out a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, he did. But a lot of people don't even know. Like I keep bringing up David. Like, these fighters are getting smarter and smarter. David Benavidez has 2 fighters that he's managing as well. The kids are getting smart. They're learning the game. They're learning what's done. They're learning what they don't like about how they've been treated, and they go out and try to change it. And that's why I think the sport of boxing in the next 5 or 10 years is going to be back like it was in the 80s, because these young kids aren't messing around. They're taking the sport. They're grabbing it by the what? What's our magic word?
Huevos.
And they're taking no prisoners. That's right.
You know, I saw the press conference today with Adrian Broner, and you know, AB's saying the right things right now. He seems to be on weight. We're gonna find out if he's on weight.
Well, did you hear what happened a few hours ago? I think they changed the weight division to 147. They changed the contract to 147 instead of 140.
Motherfucker, come on.
Yep, and nobody's talking about it. So again, I mean, look,
to talk about it. Do they change? Obviously, they changed the contract because of AB, right? Ain't nobody else going to get a contract with, because if it wasn't him, like, the contract wouldn't be changed. They'd have just like taken all old boy's purse and all of that. So he was sitting there.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man.
Yeah, they changed it to 147. Here's the thing. He already had lost like 30 pounds already in this camp, which is great for AB. It's great for AB. I mean, he don't look drained. I just think that it's a strategic move that some trainers and some fighters like to do, where they know they're going to come in overweight, change the thing, kick him down his money, and it is what it is. That kid's not going to turn that fight down. He just got asked a month ago to fight. He's not a well-known fighter, so yeah, I'm fighting on Showtime against Adrian Broner, and I'm going to get more money. Where do I sign? And that's just the way it's going to happen. So
that's just super extra crispy foul. I mean, if he lost 30 pounds already, and we've talked about kind of like some impediments that happen once you get into the bubble, but that MGM bubble ain't like that bubble in Texas. They have what they need to finish cutting weight there. And so the
bubble, it's the fighters have already been through this for almost a year. Especially, you already heard the horror stories. Like, people get on David Benavidez. Nobody wants to lose their title on the scale. I don't care who you are. Like, you just now you should be figuring out what the hell is going on. If you see people are missing weight a year into this pandemic, then you got to come into the bubble already in weight, which means you start 2 weeks prior. Instead of your 6-week camp, you got an 8-week camp. I mean, David out there in Big Bear, training his ass off because he don't want to look silly no more. Like that made him look silly, and he didn't like that, and he's taking care of it. So you should already know, like, damn, I lost 30 pounds. It's going to be hard for me to shave off these next 7 or 8. We got to change the contract, and that's what happened. So, and it's just a report just came out like an hour ago. Like, I literally just saw this an hour ago.
Yeah, so, I'm looking at, like, it's kind of trickling in on Twitter, but he missed 140. Clearly they changed it to 147. He better make 147 though.
Yeah, he'll make 147, but that's probably where he'd probably be like on the 144ish, 145. I mean, to lose 5 pounds in a day and a half when you've already lost 30, there probably is no more motivation there, unfortunately.
I mean, and here's the other thing is, he got some money issues. He's going to have to go see about that judge again. So he had to take the fight regardless. He had to go in there and get back to work. But what's next for this dude? Like, as a promoter, you want to keep going through this with him?
To be real with you, and if it was up to me, hell yes. And let me tell you why. Because the dude, he gets on Twitter, he gets views. He goes on YouTube, he still has a lot of followers. Like, the dude still brings ratings. So yes, I am gonna go through with it because it's the AB show. And call me contradictive. Call me contradictive because we just had Adam on it. I'm like, please, bring more blue nose to the sport because we need it. But this is a different situation. This is like Adrian Broner, the guy who doesn't fight for 2 years, comes back in and will probably have bigger ratings than most of the fights that have already gone on.
Why doesn't he just fight at 147? Like, just like, it's better for his body. And listen, he's going to be matched up with some dudes who going to touch him for certain, but we'll find out, if he really want to keep boxing after you get, with some real
Well, if that's the case, hopefully they ain't 9 people carrying him back like the Maidana fight when they carried him back. And then they had the memes like, who jumped me? Remember that? Remember those memes?
All I remember about that fight was how they was like dry humping each other. That shit just I'll never unsee that, like, grown ass man.
That was pretty funny because AB started it, but Maidana finished it.
Yeah, well, you have to. Like, you're gonna have to. Like, now, like, we already in a fight now. We gonna have to finish this.
Hey, I gotta tell you before we leave, man. I got this kid over here in Miami that I've been sleeping on, and I didn't realize it was this kid until at the press conference today. His last name is Islam. He's from Kazakhstan by way of China. 27-0, 21 knockouts. The dude is fighting in the co-main on this signature punch. John Moody's like dry humping.
Yeah, that's what they did.
There's a lot of boxing on Saturday, man. We're like one of 4 cards happening.
Where you at? Tell people where they can actually watch cards.
We're gonna be a signature punch, brand new series. Miami we got Ryan Sangali out here from Ring TV covering this fight. Like, I was over here outside Ryan, like, what are you doing here, bro? He's like, I'm covering the Islam. 27-0, 21 knockouts. Dude was like a 5-time national champion, bronze Olympian, and the dude was not signed. Like, I don't know how that happened, but my man Nelson is managing him, and Mr. Lewis over here with Signature Punch has him as a manager as well, co-managing. So, yeah, we over here at the Miami Airport Convention Center, they are allowing 2,000 in here. Tickets are already almost gone. SPTV is where you're going to be able to find the fight. These guys got their own apps for their pay-per-view. They ain't going through nobody else. Like, they're putting big money in. I showed up thinking it was going to be kind of chill, but I'm like, damn, you guys got your own apps? Like, they have a worldwide app and a USA app, like their own app. They don't got to sell no rights to nobody else.
Give me pass me the link. I'll make sure to put it on the Levels page.
Yeah, definitely. I will once I get all the information tomorrow to weigh in. And they're treating me like a Buffer Lennon. I don't got to do nothing but show up and announce like 2 fights. I'm extremely happy about that.
You got your hat?
Oh, yeah, I got my hat. Yeah. Yeah, I got my hat. I'm really enjoying this city. It's pretty crazy. It's downtown Miami on a Wednesday, and there's thousands of people around here. This city is crazy, but to be honest with you guys, please still mask up because it's very important. My mother, sending prayers out to her. She's battling it right now, and like I said, I've gone through it. It's nothing to sneeze at, and people are still kind of like, whatever, all over the country, not just here. So please mask up, and it's going to be a good fight. The 20th, there are going to be fights all over, man. Of course, you got the Burchell fight, which I'm picking Burchell to win. I think he's going to pound Valdez. I think Valdez is too tough for his own good, and what I mean by that is, like, he's going to go in there and he's going to be hesitant, and then when he decides to kind of hold up on his punches, Burchell's going to make him pay. I got thank you, John. We've got the Broder Circus, which always gets good ratings. Showtime will have good ratings. And then you have...
Dominic Brazil is on the undercard with he's the co-main along with Otto Wallin. Otto was the guy who fought Tyson Fury and, like, split him and out, Jorge Clapio,
that's a tough guy.
To, like, go for it. But what's his face? So Dominic said he's been training in Big Bear. And you know, he said that Valine has never seen anyone as big and strong as he is, and I'm like, you don't remember that Adam Valine fought Tyson Fury?
Yeah, I don't believe he's a big dude, man. Like,
They both big. They're
yeah,
like
bro. Like, how do you not know about that? And somebody's not telling you what's going on. Like, hello, like, you know who you're fighting, right? Like, the dude is tough, man. So I don't know. I just hope that it's not like a you know a fight to where we get to the end of the rounds and we got like 9 punches around. I really don't. I hope that doesn't happen. They both tend to tire a little bit, and I think the one that's in the better shape is the one that's going to end up winning. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a tough fight.
3 fight cards on Saturday. Make sure you check Ralph out. We got AB now at 147. And Oscar Valdez, Burchell. That's actually going to be my fight of the night in terms of like the most important one, actually, of the night.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that one's going to be important because if somehow Valdez somehow happens to come out of this a victor, he's going to have to pull a Rocky Balboa moment out of the hat. And if it happens, then you know what?
And he could.
Okay, you earned it, and he could, but he needs to be smart and just not be well away. See, Mexican fighters, that we have this. Well, like I'm a fighter. We have this real weird thing about how we don't want to let people down when we're doing something that's important to us. So, like, if you're willing to take 3 to land 1, your 1 better be damn good. And if his 1 is still okay, then he got a shot. If your 1 has diminished, you're going to take 3, land 1 that feels like a half, take another 3, it ain't going to work out. It ain't going to work out for you, unfortunately.
You know,
so we're going to see what happens.
I think this is a fight where we're going to see the impact of Reynoso on Oscar Valdez. You know, he has been working with him for previous fights, but now I think they've had enough runway where, like, Reynoso understands what he has, and Oscar has been able to process what Eddie and Canelo. I think he was in camp. I saw a photo of it was Valdez, Canelo, Ryan Garcia, and maybe one other person. It was like bananas.
I think it was Reese, Andy Reese in there. They were all in there.
Yeah,
they were all in there. Would see it be a fly on the wall in there for a couple hours and see those guys work? That's awesome. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. You know, Reynoso has a way of teaching counter punchers how to maximize their value. Body punching, the left hook to the liver is a signature punch of Canelo, and now he's teaching Andy Reese how to throw that. But see, the problem with Valdez is that he doesn't really fight that way. He just comes after you. He's just going to stand there and going to brawl with you. So, like, I don't know. It's going to be a good fight. I'll be having that one on my...
reprogram a kid like that.
Yeah.
Or you just enhance what he has and let him win with the tools that he has. So we're gonna see. I will be in the UFC bubble. They are changing up the bubble a little bit. So I will be out of pocket all day. From
really?
6 in the morning to the fight ends.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah, will be. So I actually appreciate it. They've instituted a much stricter experience. And so, like, you ain't getting in there, like, testing positive for COVID on no Friday before the fight.
Yeah.
Like what was happening in December.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, like I told you, that hotel over there, man, is like,
yep.
Okay.
Right. No, they ain't like that no more. You get in a hotel and you locked in. You can't go till you get your negative test result back. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and then here's the thing. I think that it'll help out, and I think that you guys will have a much better experience in there as far as that.
So. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So with that, we'll sign off. Let y'all enjoy your pre-Friday.
And I'm sorry, Cece. I apologize to the fans, and I apologize to you. Like, we don't do the Taco Bell Wi-Fi on the stream anymore. We're above that. We're beyond that. But, like, I didn't want to miss this. You're my partner, and I did what I could to try to get it in. Sorry for the mishaps here, but we're just trying to make it happen out here in the world. We try to get Ramblin Ralph going. We try to help other promoters get going and get noticed. These guys are putting a lot of money behind this event, so it really means a lot to me to be able to do bigger events and then to come and help the smaller guys. It's what we're here for. We're not divas, and we just got to do what I – well, you're a diva, but I'm not a diva when it comes to these events. Yeah, I'm not a diva when it comes to the events because I've been with the small guys. I see the amount of money that they put out. I see the amount of effort they put out. They don't have a big staff of 200 like a Matchroom to just pay everybody and go do stuff.
Yeah.
Like you got one person doing 17 things at one time, and it's brutal. And it's a brutal fight week. Is not for the fans that don't know. Fight week is not enjoyable for the staff. Let me reiterate. Fight week is not enjoyable for the staff. You got people yelling at each other. You got people cussing each other out. You got people snitching, telling stories that they weren't supposed to tell. Secrets beyond secrets is getting out. Like, yeah, it becomes a big drama show. So I'm happy to be able to help, and I miss you guys there. And I think it's gonna be a good UFC fight card. It's gonna be a good card.
Derek Lewis and
that's gonna be good.
Curtis Blades at the top of the card.
Yeah.
And when you see them big boys in that 25-foot cage, is if someone's gonna get sparked out. Like there's not gonna
someone's
be
getting sparked. That's right. That's a new word of the day. We got cojones and sparked. That's what we're gonna use
well,
now.
Speaking of huevos, Derek Lewis is known to say some things. At his last fight, 2 fights ago, the one thing they asked, because he took his shorts off at the end of the fight, he just standing there with his drawers on, and they asked him like, "Well, you take shorts off?" Like he's like, "Cause my balls was hot." So
balls are hot. The huevos are hot.
I hope he stay aerated. Like I don't really need to see you in your drawers. Dude.
Right.
Stay aerated. I don't know. But with that,
enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have fun. Make history again. Come on Instagram again. In the top of the search. I'm so proud of you, what you're doing, making history in there, man, kicking ass. And everybody probably starting to hate on you, but you know what? Let them hate because you're making history, and I'm so proud of you. So go do your thing.
You, man. We're going to drop your link into the Levels page so that people know where to watch you and watch cards coming down there in Miami.
Yes.
I'm Sandra Cousineau, your girl, the Sportsnista for Ramblin Ralph Velez. We are 2/3 of Level. Hey, Jeremy Long. We will catch you next week. Keep them babies out the street. Bye.
That's right. I'm going to go party. Let's go.